gentlemen, please be seated.
Mesdames, Messieurs, veuillez vous asseoir. Ladies and gentlemen, meine Damen und Herren, Mesdames et Messieurs, I would particularly like to greet the foreign ministers of France, Monsieur Rouen Dumas, Great Britain, Mr. Douglas Hurd, the Soviet Union, Mr. Edward Shevardnadze, the Federal Republic of Germany, Herr Hans-Dietrich Genscher, the German Democratic Republic, Herr Markus Meckel, and the United States of America, Mr. James A. Baker III.
Let's hear it.
I would also like to extend a special welcome to the Ambassador of the United States to the Federal Republic of Germany, Vernon L. Walters, the Ambassador of Great Britain to the Federal Republic of Germany, Sir Christopher Malaby, the Ambassador of the United States to the German Democratic Republic, Richard C. Bartley. It is also a pleasure to be joined by Berlin's Mayor, Frau Ingrid Stalmer, and East Berlin's Mayor, Tino Schwarzina, as well as my fellow commandants, Major General Francois Kahn and Major General Robert Corbett. I greet you here today for a different kind of ceremony. We have come together not to dedicate a building, but rather to close one, a quite famous one. I refer to the modest but famous structure known to millions as Checkpoint Charlie. When the Berlin Wall was built 29 years ago, optimism was in rather short supply, and the new reality of concrete and barbed wire appeared to many as insurmountable. What was a new reality 29 years ago has not withstood the test of times, and what it remains is disappearing before us. It is being replaced by a new hope, born of individual freedom and renewed human dignity. The future beckons with optimism and a reminder for caution. Many visitors to Checkpoint Charlie over the years were disappointed, or at least a bit surprised by its architecture. The structure made a rather strange impression on all who saw it. There was something unfinished, something temporary about it. These impressions, however, were altogether accurate, for the temporariness of the structure reflects the permanence of the determination of free men to uphold the freedom of movement in all Berlin. By so doing, the indivisibility of freedom for all of Berlin was underscored. Now a word to you soldiers standing here as representatives of all those who have served here before you. For nearly 3 decades, day and night, you have served at this crossroad between East and West. You have done so loyally and with dedication. Soldiers, the freedom of movement you have helped to maintain has proved to be an irresistible force. A city long divided is repairing its severed arteries, and its pulse is growing stronger. For the contribution you have made to the freedom in and the well-being of Berlin, You have earned the thanks of all free men.
My fellow foreign ministers, commandants, mayors, citizens of Berlin, for 29 years this street stood as a stark symbol of denied hopes, of human tragedy, of a city divided by a concrete wall, of a nation and a continent split by an iron curtain. For 29 years, Checkpoint Charlie embodied the Cold War. And now, 29 years after this barrier was built, we meet here today to dismantle it and to bury the conflict that created it. And in its place, together, we pledge to build a bridge between East and West. A bridge not of cement and steel, but a bridge of peace and a bridge of freedom. At this checkpoint, the United States stood with its allies and with the German people, resolved to resist aggression and determined to overcome the division of the Cold War. And now, with the help of a new generation of Soviet leaders, that time has come. So we are gathered here for a new journey. We have come to extend hope, and we have come to reaffirm the dream. Men and women will be free. Berlin will be undivided. Germany will be united in peace and freedom. Europe will be whole, and it will be free. The American people join all of you, the people of Berlin, the people of Germany, the people of Europe, on this new journey. Checkpoint Charlie now leads from the conflicts of the past to the reconciliation of the future. And as we raise the gate of history, the spirit of liberty will move along this Berlin road to join this city, to unite this nation, and to heal this continent. Thank you.
Major, faites démonter le poste de contrôle Checkpoint Charlie. Please, close the Checkpoint Charlie control post.
Get down! Get down, please! Get down, please!
Ladies and gentlemen, in acknowledgement of 29 years of service by the military police at Checkpoint Charlie, we ask you to please rise for the final dismissal of the detachment.
Mesdames, Messieurs, en reconnaissance des 29 années de service des polices militaires de la gendarmerie au Checkpoint Charlie, nous vous demandons de bien vouloir vous lever pour la dernière relève des détachements.
Sir, the checkpoint building is closed.
Major, faites rompre votre détachement. Dismiss your detachment.
Meine Damen und Herren, Dami I Gospoda. Checkpoint Charlie has served the cause of Berlin well and has now been retired with honor. I'm sure that many books will be written about the role which it has played and the incidents which it has witnessed. But I, for one, will never forget, could never forget, the scene which we saw here on the 9th of November last year. And now, we look forward to the future when Berlin will be one city again. Wir sehen nunmehr mit Freude der Zukunft entgegen, in der Berlin wieder eine Stadt sein wird. Ladies and gentlemen, the porter cabin will now be removed by crane, and that will be the final act of the ceremony. And may I, on behalf of the Allied Commandants, thank you all very much for joining us here today. Thank you.
Mesdames, Messieurs, veuillez rester assis pendant la préparation.